Hello, I'm Daniel Garzon, and for this creative critical reflection, I will be addressing some topics. The first topic I would like to address is how my product uses conventions and represents social groups. In my film opening, I utilize actors from all races and ethnicities, including my friends who are Hindu, white, Hispanic, European, and Jewish. I cast all these people as my actors to represent them as a social group rather than target each individual one as a certain stereotype. I am glad this is one of the topics because, to be completely honest, it sincerely was not my focus to portray the ethnicities a certain way. I took all these racial groups and merged them into the same stereotype of reckless teenagers. I believe race should be an issue we have to focus on. I am glad this was one of the topics because, to be completely honest, it was not my focus to portray the ethnicities a certain way individually. I took all these racial groups and merged them into the same stereotype of reckless teenagers. I believe race should be an issue we have to focus on because, at least to me, we are all created equal, so I translated this belief onto my film and split the roles equally because no race or minority should be portrayed differently over another. The role of the teenagers was represented by the stealing of the car. The consequences that were not revealed in the end was supposed to be a dead body they were going to find in the trunk. After consulting with my instructor, I was advised to take the route of not revealing what was inside the trunk to build up suspense for the rest of the movie. Even though my instructor said to not put this scene, I still went away and filmed it just in case. So I did so by having some water, some flour, and some red food coloring, and I mixed it together and wouldn't let it dry. And I would just keep stirring and stirring till it would just stay still. And then we took it to go shoot, and then we were still stirring it, and we had it. And then after we filmed it, as you can see from these little clips, it didn't come out too good. The red was a little bit too bright to my liking to fit the blood, and it was kind of spread out all over the place after a while, and it just dried up a little bit. It didn't look good, so I think it was best to take it out. And as my instructor advised, it turned out to be pretty bad after all, so it's okay. And I took it out, and it looked good, and I think it turned out for the best. The second topic is how my product engages with my target audience. This is done through a lively feel throughout the film opening. This is conveyed through sound, fast-paced editing, and bright color schemes. These elements attract my audience, the youth, who interact and relate to the seek of thrill better than any other audience for this specific genre. This will be distributed as a real media text through streaming services such as Netflix. The reason why I chose an online streaming service is because I feel that my target audience nowadays spends their time and more time at the comfort of their own home than at a movie theater. This offers the convenience of streaming it and having it available for a long period of time. This will eventually attract more viewers instead of being a limited time offer. As seen in previous movies or shows that are available on streaming services, some content just blows up unexpectedly and is marketed on social media by the user. As you can see in this clip, we got many shots of the stairwell because we wanted to get a lot of quick edits in, and we got many different angles of the actors going up the stairs. There's one of the examples that we used to cap the young audience through having many shots available and made different angles to just put them together in the edit and have a bunch of different quick cuts, almost like jump cuts, that'll keep the audience engaged, especially specifically my target audience. The third topic I would like to address is the production. My production skills for this project improved significantly. Before this project, I had almost no experience in directing, editing, filming, and producing a film. By taking on this project alone, I was able to portray myself onto a film opening that represents my vision for the 21st century. As a director, I had to storyboard everything, make a shot list, get it peer reviewed by some friends, and make sure that the plot flowed and made sense. I took initiative and created a movie based on some of my favorite recent films, essentially combining them to create a greater meaning to a simple story that could affect a group of teenagers like the ones that are portrayed in this film opening. Another part of directing was knowing which shots I needed actors for and which ones I did not need. In this clip, Rodrigo is helping me out with the editing portion, as I had a problem with the speed bump, where there was a distorted sound instead of the actual Foley that I captured with the speed bump noise. I did not know how to fix it myself, so I went to Rodrigo and he helped me figure it out. He helped me figure it out, and then he helped me figure it out, and at that point, he managed to fix the solution, and I was able to export the video. That was like the final thing I needed to do with the editing portion before I exported, and that was one of the only things I needed help with. that was something I could not figure out by myself, and he was able to do it by going into the program and actually fixing it. Some of the shots that I did not need actors for were the external shots of the car in motion. As for the editing portion, all the credit goes to my best friend Rodrigo Diaz, who provided the tools for me to edit my film opening, who sat down with me, helped me, and explained to me how to edit a video in Adobe Premiere Pro. This was the first video I had ever edited, and he lent me the tools like his laptop, which had the software on it, and gave me the jumpstart I needed to piece all my shots together. His impact was also massive in the filming portion, and was able to provide his Canon T5i shotgun Rode mic and his Ronin in order to film my opening. Rodrigo's experience in film was an incredible asset to this project, and without his help and support, this would have been very different. With all these components, I was able to produce my film successfully. And lastly, I integrated technologies by using Adobe Premiere Pro for my first time. I was able to experiment with all the tools without the help of sites such as YouTube.com, which explained the way to do things. Though it was very stressful to figure out some things at times, I managed to find some sort of solution to my editing problem. However, sometimes I did indeed ask Rodrigo for some help. Since he is familiar with this technology, this was able to progress my work further. Another way I incorporated technologies into my film was by having the Dare game as a technology within the film. This essentially served as an illegal app on the smartphone that created a false reality for these teens until they found out the consequences to their actions. Another topic I think I should cover as well is the reason that I changed my title from Shadows in Plain Sight to Dare to Thrill. I realized that the essence of the movie was better fit to a title such as Dare to Thrill rather than Shadows in Plain Sight, because it is more of an action movie, very quick and very fast paced and edited in that way, and I felt that that title suits it better, and it creates that false reality atmosphere that I wanted to create for the teens, and I feel like it was a better suited title, even though in my blog post I did mention that the title Shadows in Plain Sight was a little bit better. I think I changed my mind after the whole editing process and after I reflected on my film. Thank you for watching my CCR. Have a great day.